channel. So today I wanted to show you how I got this look right here. This is my Valentine's Day look. It's very pink and girly and just super fun, but without being too crazy. So if you guys want to see how I got this look, just keep on watching. Thanks. To start, I use Silk. This is our pore and wrinkle minimizer. As you can see, I love this stuff. I'm almost out. This is applied in a downward motion so that you fill in all of your pores and wrinkles. I like to use a concealer brush to do this. You want to let this sit for about 10 minutes so that it really soaks in. So I do this and then I go on to my eye makeup. Following Silk, I am going to color correct the dark circles under my eyes. To do this, I use our Shadow Sense in Candlelight. This is a great way to counteract those blue circles because the Candlelight has a peachy orange tone, and the orange in it cancels out the blue. To blend it out, I either use my finger, or in this case, I am using a brush, but you can do it either way.
For someone like you, so let's love while we're young.
Next, I'm going to apply our lip volumizer. I like to do this while I am doing my makeup so that my lips are hydrated and ready for lip sense when I am done. Now I'm going to fill in my brows using our Shadow Sense. I mix two colors. I mix Mocha Java and Onyx, which is our black. I don't always fill in my brows first, but I wanted a nice clean lid, so I wanted to do these first today. So when I mix the two colors, I do about 2 parts Mocha Java and 1 part Onyx. And I just put this on a lid, or in this case, I put it on an old makeup container. And then I mix these using the angled brush that I am going to apply the color with. Now that my brows are done, I'm going to put concealer on my lids. I am using our light concealer. This concealer is hands down amazing. I am so obsessed with it. I like to put this on my lids so that I have a nice clean base for the shadow that I'm going to apply. I use a small concealer brush to do this, and it lets me really define my brows as well as giving me that nice clean base that I am trying to achieve.
Let's love while we're young. So let's love before we even begun. Oh darling, we'll be fine. So let's love while we're young.
Now that I have a clean base on my lids, I am able to go in with my shadow. I am using our Shadow Sense in Mocha Java. I use this as a transition shade almost daily. It works so nicely to just blend all of our colors on top of. I am going in with a fluffy tapered brush. I'm going to put this right in my crease.
Oh, darling, we'll be fine. So let's love while we're young.
After applying the Mocha Java to my crease, I decided it wasn't quite dark enough for what I was going for, so I decided to apply it directly from the wand. I just tap the wand directly onto my eyelid, and then I'm using a smaller brush to blend it out. I am blending towards the middle of my eye with just like a patting motion, and then I am going to go back in with the brush that I used previously without any extra product and blend out that harsh line at the top.
You came to me like cavalry. Now all I want is to hold you now. I've been saving my soul for someone like you. So let's love while we're young. So let's.
Now I am going to use our Shadow Sense in Whisper Pink. This is a very, very light pink. It almost looks white when you apply it, but it does have just a touch of pink to it. I am going to be applying this directly to my lid once I can find my brush. When you apply it directly from the wand to your lid, it gives you a more fuller coverage of our products. So as you can see, I'm just dabbing it on, and then I'm going to blend it out with a small brush. I really want that color to show up, so I'm just trying to blend out that sharp edge around the top and the sides.
So let's love while we're young.
Now that I have the Whisper Pink on, I'm going back in with the brush that I previously used to blend the Mocha Java. No extra product, I'm just blending the two colors together.
So let's love while we're young.
Now I'm using Shadow Sense in Pink Posy. This is a really pretty, deep, rosy pink. I am going to be applying this right over where I put the Mocha Java in my crease. And I am going to be using the same brush from before. I've cleaned it off, and I am just going to be blending that right on there. I'm taking the product directly from the wand and applying it directly to my crease. And blend, blend, blend. Now I'm going to be using our Shadow Sense in Pink Opal Shimmer. This is one of my favorite shimmer colors. It is such a pretty light pink glitter to it. I'm not much of a glitter girl. I stray more towards the matte shades, but I absolutely love this one. So I'm applying this directly on top of that Whisper Pink from before. And I'm taking the product from the wand under a brush and just dabbing it on. And I end up not really liking this brush, so I switched to a fluffier brush so that I can blend it out a little bit better.
So let's love before we even begun. Oh, darling, we'll be.
Once I have the pink opal shimmer on there, I am going back in with that same fluffy brush that I used before and just blending those edges out. I don't want any harsh lines, and I want that edge to be nice and blended.
that came with the sunrise. Long brown hair and emerald eyes. Now
Here I'm using a really cool trick. I am using our Oops remover, which is actually the remover for our lip sense. But I'm going to be using it to clean up the eyeshadow that has gotten a little bit lower than I had wanted. So I am wiping the wand directly onto my face and making that a sharper line and making it where the shadow should be. And then you just wipe it off with a Kleenex or cotton pad or towel, whatever you have handy. And that just makes that edge nice and sharp and look the way that you wanted.
so let's love while we
Stepping away from my eyes for a bit, I'm going to be applying our Make Sense foundation in the anti-aging formula. I use shade Almond. This is one of our lighter colors. I can also use Ivory, but I'm out currently, so I'm using this one. I just use one pump and squirt it directly onto my brush, and then make sure I blend it out really well. I pay most attention to my cheeks and my forehead, and then I blend out from there. And then I also make sure that I blend my chin and neck very well also, because I don't want that harsh line. And I try to stay out of my hair, but obviously I don't always succeed in that area.
I'm just a girl from the city. You came to me.
Moving on to contouring, I'm using our concealer in the shade Deep. This is one of my favorite ways to contour. Just a little dot of the stuff goes such a long way. So how I do this is I apply a small dot along my cheekbone near my ear, and I will blend it towards the corner of my mouth and up towards my ear. And then I use the excess product to blend out on my forehead, my nose, and my chin. So like I said, one small dot can do probably my whole face, but I typically do about half of my face.
You were the girl that came with the sunrise. Long brown hair and emerald eyes. Now I can't think of a day without you. I've been saving my soul for someone like you. So
Now that I'm done with contouring, I can move on to highlighting. Once again, I am using our concealers. If you cannot tell, I am truly obsessed with these. For highlighting, I am mixing our white and our light concealer, and I just swatch on a little bit of both under both eyes. I find this to be the easiest way for me to mix them, but I will also apply it sometimes to a palette or to a foundation lid and mix there. But I am all for ease, and I think mixing it on my face is the easiest. So I do apply a little bit more white than our light, just because I am still using our old formula of white, and so it is not as pigmented as our new light concealer. So I don't need quite as much of that. Once I have both shades on there, I mix them together and kind of brush it out into a V or triangle shape. And then I will be using the excess product from that to highlight the rest of my face. I highlight the my forehead, my nose, my cupid's bow, and my chin. So right in that T-zone. Once I have blended in the highlight, I like to set it with our natural translucid loose powder. This is in a travel container, so it is not going to spill in your purse. You can take it with you on the go. I like to access the powder directly with a little bit smaller of a brush. So I take off the top and dip my brush into it and then apply the powder to that highlight. This just gives me a little bit more control over where I'm applying the powder.
So let's love while we're young.
After I've set the highlight, I move on to blush. I love how versatile our products are. I am using our Shadow Sense in Mulberry, which is a little bit lighter of a pink than Pink Posy, as our blush. So yes, this is a shadow, but I can also use it as a blush, just like I also used shadow for my brows. So I just dab a few dots onto my cheeks and then blend it out with a stippling brush.
While we're young. So let's love before we even begun.
I forgot to show the products, but here I am applying Mocha Java and then Pink Posy along my lower lash line. I am taking the Mocha Java almost fully under from one corner to the next, and then the Pink Posy I am keeping on the outer corner so it doesn't look too dark.
So let's love while we're young. So let's love before we even begun. Oh, darling.
After lining my bottom lashes with the shadow, I'm moving on to my top lash line, and I am using our Eye Sense in the black brown shade. This is very close to black, but it does have just a touch of brown in it, so you can't really tell the difference. This is my favorite liquid eyeliner by far. I have never liked them before. I was always a die-hard pencil liner girl until I tried this one. I love how it fits in my hand and it just goes on so easily. It is smudge proof, waterproof, like it's not going anywhere. And I know it's going to last me all day.
I'm just a girl from the city. You came to me like cavalry. Now all I want is to hold you now. I've been saving my soul for someone like you. So let's love while we're young. So let's love before we even begun. Oh, darling, we'll be fine. So let's love.
After curling my lashes, I am applying our Eye Sense in Starry Sky. This is our black glitter liner, and I am putting this on over the top of the black brown Eye Sense from before. I always curl my lashes before I apply the glitter Eye Sense because our glitter Eye Sense doesn't dry as quickly, and so if I am impatient, then when I curl my lashes, the glitter liner comes off. So I try and curl my lashes first and then apply this.
While we're young. So let's love before we even begun.
While waiting for the glitter liner to dry, I'm going to go in and highlight with our Pearlizer foundation. This is a shimmer foundation and is such a pretty highlight. So I take a small squirt onto my finger, and this is going to highlight my whole face. Moving on to lashes now. I am starting with our Undersense. This is our lash primer and builder. It helps to lengthen and moisturize your lashes all in one. It goes on gray, but you don't see the gray once you cover it with our lash sense. You can apply this to your bottom and top if you so choose. I only apply it to my top since my lashes are already pretty long. You want to let this dry for a couple seconds before applying your lash sense. While I let my Undersense dry, I am going to highlight my eyes. I am going to be using our Pink Opal Shimmer Shadow Sense. With the highlight, I apply it under my brow bone and then in the corner of my eye. And I am just going to be using a small brush to do this, but I can use my finger or the wand. Just depends on what my mood is.
I'm just a girl from the city. You came to me like cavalry.
Now that I've given the Undersense time to dry, I am going to go in with Lash Sense, which is our mascara, in black, and apply this to my top and bottom lashes. Now I always apply 2 coats of this to my top lashes because it just gives it that little extra oomph that I am looking for.
We even begun. Oh, darling, we'll be fine. So let's love while we're young. You were the girl that came with the sunrise.
Before applying lip sense, it's very important to have clean, dry lips. So I am wiping off my lips with a towel to ensure that there's no makeup or anything else on them before I apply the lip sense. For my lip color, I wanted to stick with a pink theme, so I chose Kiss Me Katie. It is a very light pink, and with lip sense, you always apply 3 layers, letting it dry in between and going in one direction. There's no back to back like with your normal lip color. It's in one direction, letting it dry.
So let's love while we're young. So let's love while we're young. So let's love.
As I was sitting there, I decided it wasn't quite dark enough for what I was going for, so I decided my 3rd layer, I would top it off with Pink Champagne, which is still a very light pink, but just a little bit darker than Kiss Me Katie.
While we're young.
Once my 3rd layer is dry, I can go in with our gloss. I am using our gloss in Orchid, which is a pinkish purple shimmer to it. Now, to ensure that my lip sense is fully dry, I do a kiss test, and I basically fish kiss my hand to get off any wet product. And as you can see, there was still a little bit that was wet, and so now I don't have to worry about that transferring to my gloss wand. When you are applying your gloss, you can go back and forth like you would with any other gloss. The color is not going to come off. If it isn't dry, it will, but as long as you wait the appropriate amount of time, then your lip sense will not come off onto your gloss wand. And with that, that is the finished look. So I hope you all enjoyed it, and thank you for watching.
So let's love